Get ready to embark on an exhilarating journey deep into the world of numismatics as we highlight 3 of the most captivating Monticello Jefferson Nickels ever struck. These coins may be small in size, but they pack a tremendous punch in terms of history, intrigue, and collector allure. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just stepping into the fascinating realm of Jefferson Nickels, this video script will bring to life the stories behind each coin, illuminating their unique quirks and why they stand out in any collection. 1960 to Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin without mint mark and dirty condition. Imagine holding a 1960 to Monticello Jefferson Nickel in your hand, no mint mark, a circulation strike from the Philadelphia Mint, and, yes, showing the wear, grime, and character of daily American life, released during a tumultuous time in U.S. history. This coin offers collectors a tangible connection to the early 60s, as the Kennedy presidency shaped national optimism and tensions mounted in the Cold War. Everyday Americans paid with nickels much like this one, unknowingly passing history from pocket to pocket. Philadelphia, the birthplace of America, struck coinage that emphasized continuity and heritage, and this nickel bears those ideals on both sides. George Washington's Grand Monticello residence graces the reverse, a testament to Jefferson's architectural genius with the simple inscription Monticello curving beneath. Above, E Pluribus Unum marches over the estate, reminding users of the unity forged from many. United States of America encircles the top, while 5 cents anchors the bottom, boldly delineated. On the obverse, Thomas Jefferson's dignified left-facing portrait has a presence that belies its small canvas. In God We Trust sits opposite his profile, Liberty unfurls in script, and 1962 stands near the rim. This nickel's mintage is both common and telling. About 384 million nickels were minted in Philadelphia that year. Of those, a significant chunk survived in various grades, making a dirty example plentiful, but also relatable. For collectors, the dirty condition tells a story. Pocket wear, dirt nestled in Jefferson's collar, rim nicks, and perhaps a faint trace of cartwheel or brass sheen underneath years of grime. It's mundane at first glance, but therein lies the charm. This coin is authentically lived in. Market value for a 1960 to P nickel in average circulated or dirty condition hovers around 20 to 30 cents. A cleaning buff or circulated coin enthusiast might easily snag one for under 50 cents. But here's the collector's hook. Even the humblest circulated example can reveal die variety or doubling under close examination. Errors such as die cracks, double devices, or striking anomalies often lurk unnoticed on coins this common. One notable variety, the 1960 to P Jefferson Nickel broader mint mark, though it's seen predominantly on Philadelphia issues when mint marks were being added from San Francisco and Denver. Such die traits can elevate what seems like a mere scrap value nickel to a collectible in its own right. Collector interest grows when the coin shows minor but distinct anomalies. A die scratch across Jefferson's cheek, a cut forming on the reverse rim near the bell tower in Monticello, or doubled letters in 5 cents, these details matter. Even in seen better days condition, a collector armed with a magnifier might say, "Ahoy!" and suddenly that 20-cent nickel becomes a small treasure. For collectors who specialize in typesets or full date and mint mark type runs, the 1960 to P is a necessary staple. Circulated examples like this are affordable and exceedingly common, making them ideal educational pieces for new collectors to learn grading, error spotting, and historical research. What kind of collector gravitates to this coin? The answer: many. Beginners appreciate the accessibility. Budget collectors build typesets with it. Variety hunters study it for error patterns. History buffs love the Cold War era legacy. Even the simple value of coin used as money resonates. The worn edges that went from hand to hand may be tucked in candy jars or rolled in banks. If you gently clean it, though experts caution against cleaning circulated coins, you might even uncover a faint hint of the original mint luster still clinging beneath the surface. And if you choose to hold it bare and untouched, you preserve its full story. Every nick and smudge a testament to its decades-long journey across American commerce. In summary, the 1960 to Monticello Jefferson Nickel, without mint mark even in dirty, well-worn condition, serves as a humble yet historically rich artifact, a detective's playground for die variety seekers, and an accessible starting point for numismatic education. The coin's real value lies not in dollars, but in discoveries, spotting a die line, identifying a doubling, appreciating the continuity of design, and savoring the physical touch of history still imprinted in copper-nickel alloy. 1985 Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin with mint mark D and dirty condition. Jump forward to 1985. The Cold War still simmers, but America marches into the mid-80s with Reagan-era swagger. Enter the 1985 Denver minted Jefferson Nickel mint mark, D, a product of modern minting, yet carrying the Monticello reverse first used in 1938. At a glance, it's a familiar coin, but look closely, and you'll glimpse subtle shifts in striking quality, die techniques, and metal alloy composition. The obverse presents an updated Jefferson portrait designer, Felix Schlag's classic rendition, but minted with modern presses and higher relief standards. Jefferson gazes toward the right now, a change instituted in 1986, but in 1985 he still faces left, adding historical continuity. Above his head, "In God We Trust" remains a solemn motto, while liberty arches boldly alongside the signature date. That little D near the rim of the obverse identifies Denver as the coin's birthplace. Flip to the reverse. The Monticello home remains, but the striking is tighter, cleaner. Details like the rafters, columns, and shadows beneath the portico are sharply defined, yet the dirt and grime of circulation dull them. The inscriptions remain identical. Monticello below, E pluribus unum, and United States of America above, 5 cents at the base. In 1985, Denver churned out approximately 1.31 billion nickels, yes, over a billion. The sheer numbers guarantee encountering this coin in pocket change, piggy banks, and change rolls. A dirty, circulated example is not just common, it's ubiquitous. But again, the collector finds potential gold in anomalies. Typical market value: just a few cents in average condition, 30 cents if clean to near mint uncirculated, $1 or $2 if MS60 or better. Most dirty discs trade for face value or just above. Yet once more, die varieties and minting oddities elevate interest. One desirable error: the 1985 DNM near mint Jefferson Nickel with full detail and minimal wear, with some grading services labeling example full steps, indicating all 7 steps of Monticello are intact, which draws modest premiums. Dirty condition hides small secrets. Examine the reverse carefully. Maybe you'll spot doubled steps, doubling on E pluribus unum, or die gouges near the rim. Denver was experimenting with dies and tooling in the mid-80s, and minor die cracks or die polishing variations, previously invisible, may lurk in the fields. A coin graded Ms. 6.3 FB full bell lines and full steps can fetch for $6, remarkable when the raw dirty version costs less than 10 cents face value. Why does the collector care? Because this nickel straddles two numismatic worlds, modern circulation and high relief detail. A clean, high-grade 1985 D is a bargain modern collectible, not too expensive, but satisfying to store in a typeset or variety collection. Meanwhile, raw examples serve as educational pieces. You can practice cleaning if done correctly, uncover die features, explore doubling, and track wear rates across decades. Dirty coins also offer a visceral sense of use. Perhaps this nickel paid for gas in 1985, for movie tickets, or candy in school. Consider what the world looked like when it left the mint. MTV's rise, arcades booming, music by Madonna, and Metallica blasting across America. And decades later, here it is, exchanging hands again, still legal tender, still telling a story. So while the 1985 de Monticello nickel in dirty condition might not be flashy, it's a microcosm of American numismatic life. It offers price accessibility, die variety intrigue, and a living timeline from past to present. And for collectors assembling a coin for every year typeset, it's a puzzle piece with depth and nuance once you start looking close enough. 1990 for Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin with mint mark P and good condition. Now, let's spotlight the 1990 for Philadelphia mint Jefferson Nickel mint mark PA in good condition. By 1994, technology had transformed coinage, CNC engraving, improved minting quality, but rising metal costs triggered talk of redesigning the nickel. Though the obverse still featured Jefferson, and Monticello graced the reverse, the world behind the coin had evolved radically. Grunge music, the dawn of the internet, and a changing America all swirl beneath its surface. Obverse, Jefferson now still faces left, with sharply defined strikes. In God We Trust and Liberty flank him, not scripted but block letters at this time, imparting modern authority. 1994 is prominent, etched deeply near the lower rim. A crisp P mint mark sits beside it, signaling Philadelphia's role. The fields are smooth, with minor wear indicative of good condition. Jefferson's hair and coat lapels appear flattened, his cheek faint, rim edges worn thin, and legends softly blurred. Reverse, Monticello's silhouette is faded, yet recognizable. Pillars are smoothed, portico shadows are dull, but 7 broad steps still survive, an important detail for collectors tracking full steps versus broken steps varieties. The inscription lines are softly worn, but readable: a United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 5 cents. The coin surfaces are slightly rough, with small contact marks and patina typical of good-grade coins. Philadelphia minted about 260 million nickels in 1994, a relatively modest run compared to earlier years. But nickels from this era were overwhelmingly circulated, used daily until friction and wear nearly erased their beauty. Today, a 1994 P in good condition holds modest value, about 10 to 20 cents. But for collectors, this coin is more than face value. It's a vital yearly entry in typesets, a candidate for condition rarity, and an avenue toward variety detection. Errors and varieties play roles here. Many 1994 P nickels show doubling on e pluribus unum, showing on Monticello's roof line, or doubled mint marks. Fluctuating in clarity, some spark debate in variety catalogs. But the premium examples aren't crazy expensive. A good condition piece with strong full steps designation might be worth $1 to $2 raw, while a higher grade Ms. 65FB can fetch $3 $6, accessible prices that invite beginner collectors and budget type set assemblers. Collectors also value condition changes. A good coin shows character, the smoothing of design, contact marks, and usage patina echo decades of commercial life, perhaps hidden in a jar of spare change until recently. It's a real story of circulation wear, not a freshly minted collector version. This anthropological layer gives it soul. But deeper fascination lies in the metallic composition: 75% copper, 25% nickel. Though unchanged since the 1940s, by the 90s, inflation pushed metal values higher, prompting talk of transitioning to alternative clad metals or even alloys with zinc cores. That never materialized for circulation nickels, but the tension adds another narrative layer. A coin small in denomination, but embedded in debates over minting economics and U.S. Mint research. Then there's the upcoming redesign to take place in 2004 with the Westward Journey series, which means 1994 is among the final decade of Jefferson Monticello coins before change. That historical endpoint gives even a good grade 1990 for PA time capsule quality. It's the finish of an era. Coin collectors fall in love with it. Modern typeset collectors treasure each date and mint mark. Condition variety enthusiasts scour good to MS66 pieces for anomalies. Circulation relic curators include them in albums of American life. Educators use them to teach students about wear, composition, and monetary history. So while face value trades at 5 cents, this nickel offers much more. Its good condition tells a story of decades in commerce. Its full-step story reveals minting details, its date marks twilight of a design era, and its affordability ensures collectors old and new can own a substantial piece of numismatic and national history without breaking the bank. In conclusion, the 1994 P Monticello Jefferson Nickel in good condition is more than metal. It is history pressed in alloy, a participant in changing mint narratives, and a companion to collectors seeking connection with modern coin heritage, though modest in appearance. It stands tall in significance and accessible, meaningful link to America's monetary evolution. As we've explored each of these coins, the worn 1962 P, the dirty yet intriguing 1985 D, and the historically pivotal 1994 P carries its own narrative, aesthetic subtlety, and collector promise. Whether you're building a typeset, hunting errors, educating about coin wear, or simply feeling the metal between your fingers, these nickels offer different windows into time. Your Monticello Jefferson Nickel collection isn't just about coins, it's about people, economy, art, and national story compressed into 5-cent canvases. Choose the one that pulls at your curiosity, or better yet, collect all three and let the numismatic journey continue. If you learned something new or spotted a coin you own, don't forget to smash that like button. Are you building your Jefferson Nickel collection? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're serious about stacking rare finds and coin knowledge, hit subscribe and ring the for your next coin hunt.